This is video 3 in my series on panic attacks. If you have missed the first two, then a link to the first video should appear at the top of the screen around about now. But in this video, I'm going to explain what causes panic attacks and why some people have them so frequently. The reason for the first panic attack is actually a bit different to the reasons for the panic attacks that can follow for years afterwards. So let's deal with the first panic attack first. You learnt in the last video how the amygdala triggers the fight or flight response. Everyone has a different panic threshold that the amygdala will trigger if exceeded. Some people will have a very high threshold, and only a genuine danger, like being attacked, would trigger their amygdala. But some people have a lower threshold, and there can be several reasons for this. Genetics, behaviours learnt from parents, stress or trauma can all affect the amygdala's panic threshold. In fact, recent studies have shown that prolonged stress can affect the serotonin system, which has an impact on the amygdala. The first panic attack may come as a result of a traumatic event, a phobia, or just a build-up of stress. In Amanda's case, she has been stressed about her job, struggling to pay bills, and has fallen out with her best friend. She needs to get her shopping done before picking up her daughter from school. The supermarket is hot and crowded, and there is a queue at the checkout. Realizing she's going to be late, her heart starts racing. Her breathing becomes fast and shallow, and she feels dizzy. In a panic, she leaves her trolley and flees out of the supermarket. Outside the supermarket, Amanda asks someone for help, and they call an ambulance. At the hospital, Amanda is checked out and told that she is physically okay, and that she has just had a panic attack. Her panic attack journey has started. Now, for some people, their panic attack journey ends there, and they never have another panic attack again. But for others like Amanda, it continues with repeated panic attacks for years to come. Even though her work stress is diminished and she made up with her best friend, Amanda continued to have panic attacks. Why would this happen if the stresses have gone? To understand this, we need to look at what Amanda did after her first panic attack. Amanda's experience frightened her, and she started searching for a physical cause of the panic attack and ways to prevent another one from happening. Here is a list of what Amanda did over the next few weeks and months. She Googled heart conditions. She opened all the windows to keep cool. She kept a cooling water spray in her bag. She found out where the exits were of anywhere that she had not been before. She kept checking her pulse and her blood pressure. She wore loose clothing around the neck. She kept checking that she could swallow. She avoided busy places. She kept paying attention to her breathing. She avoided supermarkets, and she avoided being alone. See if you recognize any of these behaviors. In CBT, these are called safety behaviors because they are designed to keep you safe from what you fear. However, safety behaviors actually do the reverse of what they're meant to do, and I will explain why. Think of the amygdala as the alarm system of the brain. It makes a lot of noise to signal to the body to deal with danger. But the hippocampus is the part of the brain that learns when the alarm system needs to be set off or not. But the hippocampus does not learn from textbooks, it learns from the signals that your behaviors give it. For instance, the caveman would start avoiding the area in which he saw the tiger. His hippocampus would learn from this avoidance that this area is dangerous. If the caveman has to go near that area, the hippocampus signals to the amygdala to raise the alarm. So the amygdala starts sending the stress hormones to prepare to fight the tiger or run from it. What a great design our brains are. However, when Amanda avoids supermarkets, her hippocampus learns that they are dangerous. So if she goes to another supermarket or any busy place like a supermarket, the hippocampus will start telling the amygdala to prepare for danger. So her likelihood of having a panic attack is now much higher. Amanda's panic threshold has got lower. Her safety behaviours have also taught the hippocampus that being warm is dangerous, being alone is dangerous, not being near an exit is dangerous, and so on. If Amanda is in any of these situations, the hippocampus is likely to prime the amygdala for danger, so a panic attack ensues. Her constant checking of her heart rate, blood pressure, and Googling symptoms teaches the hippocampus that her life is under threat. This means the amygdala is primed like a pressure cooker, and this explains why panic attacks seem to come out of the blue. Amanda's safety behaviours have made her panic threshold so low she will constantly be having panic attacks. So the answer to why some people keep getting panic attacks is that they have a lot of safety behaviours. But I hear some of you ask, what about genetics, diet, gut bacteria, physical causes, menstrual cycles? Well, all of those things may or may not cause some minor fluctuations on where your panic threshold is. Sure, a healthy diet can only help, and occasionally there is a physical cause like an overactive thyroid, which of course should be treated. But the other things are hard to change or just lacking evidence as being effective. But addressing safety behaviours will have the biggest positive effect on your panic threshold. And I will show you how to do that later in this series. But first you need to learn how to manage a panic attack. So click on the link to the next video, which should appear right about now.